This is Jay, I'm from Ramair Reporting with the band Stedlur.
Hey, I'm Tommy. I play lead guitar in the band Stedlur.
So the band Stedlur, where did the name first come from?
The name actually came, it was kind of like, we use it as our surname. Kind of came about a while back when the guys were thinking of band names. It just kind of popped up, and then it kind of stuck. And then when we would go out to parties or shows and anything like that, people would kind of be like, oh, there's Tommy Stedlur or Philip Stedlur. And it kind of just stuck, that way. And then it's kind of like the Ramones type thing, use it for the last name. So
How did the band first come together then?
it's about 6 years ago, I think. Philip and Dallas were jamming together. They were doing their thing, starting a side project, and they met Daniel in high school, and they were a three-piece for a while, and they had a few couple guitarists before me. I joined about 3 years ago, somewhere around then. They Philip and Dallas are brothers, so when they were growing up, they would always jam together and everything like that. And so when I met Philip one day through mutual friends of a couple of bands that we know back home, this band called the Heart Attacks. I used to play in a band with a couple guys from that band, and I knew Philip through these guys. And one day we introduced each other. He kind of just wound up crashing at my house for like 2 weeks, like every day, and just partying and hanging out. And then he was going through a breakup at the time, so he kind of just hung out with me every day. We would go out, we would party, and do whatever we could to cause ruckus. And then one day I was just like, we should jam together. And he was like, all right, cool, well, come up to practice and we'll just have a go. And so we practiced one time, and then it just kind of stuck, and everybody was real happy with the way what I brought to the band. And so ever since then we've just been rocking hard, I guess.
How long did it take you to record the new album then? Debut album?
It's been a long process of writing. We did pre-production for like a year and a half, or even maybe longer. It's all a blur as of now, but the actual physical recording of the album, we had about a month and a half to do it. And we had a practice space for a little while before we actually went to the studio, and we wrote all of our songs. We had older songs that we changed around and just arranged them in an order that we thought was solid. And then we went into the studio and just kicked ass, and just got it in and got it done.
What's the best things or worst things about being on tour then?
The best things is meeting different people and visiting like all the other countries. It's great, like getting to travel and see different sites. It's so different here than it is back home. Like we were walking around the streets today, and there was actually one of the guys that was taking us around brought us to the narrowest street in Britain, he said, and you can actually, the neighbors at the very top can reach out and hold hands. It's so tiny, and stuff like that is very, very cool to me, like the cathedrals and 12th century. Yeah, I think it's so cool because you don't get that back where we live, So I definitely think the architecture and just meeting different people, man. It's all about relating to the fans and relating to all the kids, and getting to know them. And we're not that band that sits in the bus all day and plays and then goes back to the bus. We like to interact with our fans and everything. The worst thing about tour is it's very hard to get sleep. Sleeping is horrible because you drive all night, then you have to wake up super early to get where you need to be, and a lot of times food is different. The seasoning or like the taste is different than what you get back home, but we make do with what we can.
If you weren't in the band to do then, what would you be doing in the real world?
I don't know, man. Music is what I've wanted to do since I was about 12 years old. When I first picked up a guitar, I made a commitment to myself that I was just going to play music. I did school and everything like that, and if I wasn't performing, I would probably be the person in the studio recording engineer. I think it's really cool, but being behind the desk and actually making the music come together. I love how analog is. Digital now is great, and you can do so many different things, but tape just sounds so much better, I think, me personally. And I would love to learn how to cut and edit tape, like for music as well. I think that would be a really cool thing.
You've just released your new album, which is self-titled. What can we expect in the future from Stedlur? Like any more tours?
I think us as a group, are gonna grow, individually and together. And our music's gonna portray on that. I think we're still gonna stick into, definitely want to have fun with the music, and we want to grow as a touring band. We just been touring so much lately, and we don't want to stop. So we just want to tour as much as possible, and just keep traveling and making more fans.
Is there any particular songs then that you're particularly proud of on the album?
Single's great, Bumpin's great to play. It's a fun song live, and it's usually all the girls sing it, so which is great. They always come to the front when we play that, so that's always fun to see everybody there. My favorite songs to play is probably Turn It Up is good, and Suffocate's really cool. I just like the fast Poison's good. The fast rock songs are always my favorite to play live. They just bring a lot of energy, to the room, and I think the fans they relate to that. They see that when we get off on their their energy as well. So it's kind of like the more the merrier.
It's Joe on Ramair 1350 AM.